think it's good.
And you got the napkins, because you're going to need a napkin.
Todd, I think we got to change your name.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to call you Barbecue God. Man, those are good.
Practice makes perfect, doesn't it?
You had 30 years worth. Party people, Terrell Manning here, host of America's Best Restaurants. Today we are featuring a restaurant in Fort Smith, Arkansas called Neumeier's Rib Room. And they have an illustrious stage that has hosted some of the most legendary artists, names like Ted Nugent and Carrie Underwood. I cannot wait to see what this place has to offer. Of course, we gotta check out their barbecue too, baby. Y'all should come on and check them out with me. Let's go. What do we got here?
We got some slow smoked wings.
Slow smoked wings. And then they have some sauce on them too?
Yes, it's called Muddy. It's barbecue and dry rub.
I like that, I like that. And then what is this here? It looks like Hennessy and Hypnotic.
It's a wild thing.
It's a wild thing. What's in it?
It's got Malibu peach, Midori, and pineapple.
Okay, I like that, I like that. Much better than Hennessy and Hypnotic. That is so awesome. Who smokes these?
Todd.
Todd?
Out back, yep, he's our smoker.
Yeah? I want to taste some of his ribs. Can we go out back?
Absolutely.
All right, let's go. All right, I'm back here with Todd, AKA Barbecue Jesus, as he's known over here in Arkansas. Todd, how in the world did you get the name Barbecue Jesus?
I think that was probably a mix of a little bit of Bill Neumeier, a little bit of me, a little bit of alcohol.
A little bit of Jack Daniels always does it, right?
That does.
All right, what do you got here on this smoker, man? Let's see this beautiful thing.
We're doing some,
Hey, doggy.
I got hot sausage.
Okay.
I got racks of ribs, leg quarters.
Leg
I got
quarters.
some wings down there.
Smoked wings on there. That looks real good.
Got some, we call it back here, we got some brisket and some pork shoulder on behind us.
Okay.
Doing their thing.
Very nice.
And about to load up some more here in a little bit.
I love that. Todd, how long have you been smoking meats for, my man?
It's been about 30 years.
30 years.
Yeah.
Man, you've been smoking meats longer than I've been alive.
No kidding. Yeah.
I know your barbecue is good. There's a reason why this man is named Barbecue Jesus.
Yeah.
What's your favorite meat to smoke?
Favorite one? Honestly, probably the pork shoulder.
Pork shoulder?
That's the one everybody loves, the chop sandwich, the chop this, that, and the other, everything, but it's got to be specifically done just right before I can go, okay, that's perfect.
I really want to highlight the ribs here for a minute. You guys are obviously called the Rib Room. You're known for your ribs.
Yes.
What is the process for those ribs? You guys season them, you lather them, what do you do? What's your process for those ribs?
They ask a time on how long does it take to get this done. There's no real time. It just kind of tells you when it's ready, and
the meat will talk to you.
That's right. Sometimes you're waiting a long time before it's ready. Other times you're like, oh, I wasn't ready, and it's done already.
Nice. So you really got to listen to that meat. And then what about the wood that you like to use when you're smoking these meats, brother?
Hickory.
Hickory wood.
All the way.
So you throw those on, you let them sit for a little bit. You said the meat's going to talk to you when it's ready. And then you guys like to lather them up on sauce, or you just serve them dry?
We serve them however you want them. You can get them plain, or you can get them dry with our seasoning on there.
Right.
Or you can get them wet, where we glaze the sauce on there, put it in the oven for a little bit, heat it up.
How do you like yours?
Actually, I like mine muddy. That is actually
muddy.
with sauce cooked on there with dry seasoning on top of that.
So you cook the sauce on there?
Yes, yeah.
Wow.
Glaze that on there. It'll kind of caramelize a little on the top, and then put a little dry seasoning on top of that. Perfect.
All right, Todd, we got these ribs, man. These things look impeccable. You're right, half and half. I like that. So this one has just the regular dry rub on it, right?
Yes.
That thing is good.
And you got the napkins, because you're going to need a napkin.
Definitely going to need it. Todd, I think we got to change your name.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to call you Barbecue God. Ain't no more Barbecue Jesus. Man, those are good.
Practice makes perfect, doesn't it?
You had 30 years worth.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
That is real good, man. I love the smoke in there. The hickory makes a world of a difference when you combine it with whatever kind of seasonings you got. You ain't got to tell me. I know it's a secret. All the pit masters have their own little secrets on
Joe,
there.
Take me out back even further.
That is awesome, man. Out of your 30 years of smoking meats, what do you think was the happiest you felt while you've been smoking meats?
When folks walk by happy.
Okay.
Yeah, when they go by and they compliment you, that's what it's all about.
I love
As long
it.
as they're happy, then I can walk out of here with pride. If not, I gotta lock that door and hide it.
I love that. Awesome. I can tell that you love what you do. I love what you do. Arkansas loves what you do, and now America is gonna love what you do. Todd, thank you so much, man.
Absolutely.
It's been an absolute pleasure, brother. Thank you. All right, I have the heart and soul of the Rib Room here. I have Joe, one of the owners, and Linda, his wife, another owner as well. How are you guys doing today?
Great.
Good. Linda, I want to ask you a couple of questions starting off. We opened this place in 1989, right?
Yes.
And it's 2023 now.
Yes.
How have we managed to stay open for this long, 1989 to 2023?
It takes a lot of hard work and a lot of dedication, a lot of good employees, but it's the consistency of the food, the smoked meats, and just I believe the time we put in it to make it taste the way it does.
How has the times changed, right? In terms of the restaurant industry, how has the industry changed from that time period to now, would you say?
Well, in 2020, when the pandemic hit, everything changed.
Right.
We had to learn new ways of doing everything, new ways of serving in order to stay afloat, in order to stay open. And it's amazing that even 3 years later, every month there's a new national shortage of something.
Right.
And you have to adapt on the fly because you never know what phone call you're going to get.
Sometimes it's chicken wings, sometimes it's brisket, might even be salt here pretty soon.
Absolutely.
We never know.
Absolutely.
Joe, your brother was Billy, right?
Yes.
And he opened up this place back in 1989.
Yes.
And when did you all take over for Billy?
We took over in 2020, January 8th, 2020. Billy passed away November of 2018.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you. And there was a little over a year that it was just trying to figure everything out, what we were gonna do. He'd been here since the beginning helping his brother, but he also worked with his parents in another business, and so it was finally decided in January of 2020 that we would take over.
Right. Joe, what has it meant to you to be able to help take over your brother's legacy and really continue it so that it doesn't go with him?
It's taken a lot of work, but we did doing it right the way he would want it done.
Right.
Was the big
Yes.
thing.
How close were you all?
Pretty close.
Pretty close.
He was 2 years older than me.
So you're the younger brother.
Yes.
You're the young brother. And you all were telling me that there's a lot of history with some famous artists who performed on Billy's stage.
Yes,
right here in
absolutely.
Fort Smith. Who were some of those
Yes.
people that performed here?
Carrie Underwood
Really?
performed multiple times.
That's a heck of a name drop right there.
Yeah. It was before American Idol days.
Okay.
But he used to call and have me bring our daughter down and sit in the window, in the kitchen window, and watch her. And,
Wow.
And it was fun. It
Nice.
was a lot of fun.
What are some other names you had up here?
Ted Nugent has been here, which
Really?
our fan is a huge fan of. Our son
Okay.
is a huge fan of Ted Nugent, and Brett Michaels.
Brett
was
Michaels?
Here. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That is
yes.
amazing. I want to touch a little bit on the food. What do we have sitting here in front of me?
Okay, this is Billy's Little Bit of Everything.
Okay, so this was
And-
one of Billy's favorites.
Yes, it has some ribs, it has a leg quarter, it has the sausage. You can pick either Polish or spicy.
Okay.
It has our sliced loin and our pulled pork.
Very nice.
So then we've got our homemade beans, baked beans that we use our rib meat in, and our homemade barbecue sauce. And then you've got some hash browns there that was a recipe of my mother-in-law's aunts. So it's a family recipe.
Okay.
And Billy tasted it I remember it clearly.
Try this out
We were
too.
all at Easter lunch, and he tasted those and said, "We have to serve these," and they've been on the menu ever since. So
I could eat those every day
yes,
of my life.
Yes, they are really
Wow,
good. And
I
then
gotta
we
go in
put
for a
some of our
second bite
dry
of these.
rub
Okay.
on there. So
You guys season everything.
we do.
I
We
love
do.
that. That's how I know I'm in the South. Everything is seasoned well here.
Yes, yeah.
Todd man, he was doing his thing. Todd was
Good,
doing
yes.
his thing out there in the smoker. He's such a great guy and has an amazing story.
He
and
does.
We gave him the name. I know he already had the name of Barbecue Jesus. I gave him the name of Barbecue God. That man can smoke some meat.
Yes.
He was really, really good on that smoker. You all are blessed to have him. He's been here for 30 years.
Yes, he's been here from the beginning too. Joe and Todd worked the kitchen many, many years together.
Wow.
They did. They sure did.
We're talking about all the legends that you guys have had on the stage back here. We need to talk about the legends that we got over in the smokehouse. Those are the real legends.
You know, we have not changed. We cook all the meat the same that he did back then.
Right.
And
still the same award-winning taste and flavor on it.
Yes,
Nice.
we haven't changed the sauce, the dry rub. We make the dry rub here in-house.
Right.
And it's very popular.
And you all have a foundation in Billy's name as well. Would you care to talk about that a little bit?
We lost Billy November 19th in 2018 to suicide. And it was very, I'm sure all of us remember exactly where we were when we got the call. And it was the hardest thing we've ever gone through as a family. And so the family wanted to do something to help possibly other people who are struggling with that. And so we started the Bill Neumeier Foundation for Suicide Awareness, and so that we could help local places and possibly help maybe save somebody else's family from going through what we've gone through.
I think that's awesome. And I want to end on that note, but before we do go, I want you all to just tell me where we can find you at on social media and on your website as well.
Okay. We are on Facebook and Instagram under Neumeier's Rib Room. And our website is Neumeier's Rib Room and Beer Garden. Awesome. You can get all the information you need. And on the website, it actually has some of the story on it.
Okay.
From the early beginnings. So that's fun to read.
Awesome. Very nice. You all certainly don't need me to tell you this, but I promise you, Billy is definitely proud of everything that you all have done, the work that you're still putting in to keep his legacy alive, and smiling down on us right now.
Thank you.
Thank you. Legends like Carrie Underwood and Brett Michaels have graced this very stage. Today, we got to feature the Rib Room's legendary menu and their legendary story, and we got to experience their legendary hospitality. You guys can experience it too. All you got to do is come on down to Fort Smith, Arkansas. Check them out, the Rib Room. Y'all get out of here.